Alright, my board is completed and it's time to send it off for manufacture. I have reviewed all of the connections and I have there are just a few details to finish on the silk screen. Possibly add layer numbering, and after that it's time to send it off to manufacture. And once it's manufactured, I will probably do more videos for actually going to be testing it. But for now, it's just the game of waiting for it. And for this, I'm going to be evaluating PCB way. I've never used PCB way before, so it's going to be interesting to see how the boards will be, like the quality of the boards, how fast they deliver, and basically evaluate that and see if it's worth trying again. So just a few last things that I'm going to add is going to be the layer numbering. So for the layer numbering, I'm going to go to some corner place where I can just stick the layer numbering labels. Let's see. I don't think there is anything underneath there. So I'll do this. Alright, on the top layer I'm going to have text. Layer number 1. Let's see how this. Let's make this one. This I'm going to build a little frame with copper fill, no net. I'm also going to run DRC one last time. What this looks like. Okay. Let's cancel that. Move it a little bit up. Look like that. And then the idea is this is supposed to be transparent. So let's refill this. gonna copy this. And yeah, I think this should work. Different story. So come in. Here. So and this one. 30. I'll just do it like this. Can this be done in some better way? Maybe I should just place a cutout for this, because having spaces there is just not going to be aligned properly. Okay, I can do like this. Just going to place them roughly, and then use the alignment function in keycad to place them so that they are aligned with each other. Forward. Okay. And I'm going to place a cutout on top, which will span all layers. Keep out everything. What if that means keeping out the text as well? Maybe it will complain. Maybe not. So this will make it easy to identify which Gerber belongs to which layer, because it's sometimes not very obvious. Like when you generate the Gerbers, you just get the actual drawing of the layer, and you assume that the file names are correct. But having a little window like this allows knowing exactly for sure which one is which. And it also appears kind of semi-transparent when it's manufactured. Let's see, what is this? Oh, I see, okay. So that's because the text is essentially cutting through the copper layer. So I'll make it a bit bigger. Let's see how this works. Hello, Damien. All right. And after this, it is time to generate the bomb and submit the files to PCB UA. Right. Let's remove the solder mask as well. Maybe I should have actually created a footprint for this. It would have been easier to do it in a footprint. So I don't think... Can I draw on the mask layer? Maybe I can draw a polygon. Obviously the best solution for this would be a footprint, because having to redo this would be way too time consuming. Okay, this seems to work. And now we have the back mask. We can draw another polygon. Yeah, that's a little bit off. It's not there. And apparently polygons do not adhere to the visibility rules. So they, like, I guess this is only for the fills, so it's not possible to, let's see, can I, yeah, there we go. There was a graphic polygon in the selection. Oh, it's not there anymore. How do I select the polygon? Yeah, there we go. So, graphic polygon. Is this actually going to work? Let's see what this looks like. All right. Yeah, seems to work. However, I'm gonna just do something here. Can I even select the text? And make the polygon just over the window. Because we don't want to have the solder mask over this text. Okay, and I'm going to change the text here to be, yeah, actually no, it has to be copper. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay. So the window is just to make it easier to see. Now with the mask, it's going to be pretty visible as well. Okay, so that's done. And next, I'm gonna just run the DRC here again because I've been doing some changes to the schematic, and I'm gonna remove that wording and run it again. So I've been doing changes to the schematic when I was rewiring certain things, so it's good to run the DRC again. So if there is any errors, we can fix them. I don't think it's going to return any errors, but I could be wrong. Yep, no errors, so that's good. Save this one, and let's see what this one says. Report all errors for tracks. This is probably going to be, yeah, I'm not going to select that one because my courtyards, I know for sure they're not perfect. So I'm going to fix my footprint library. I'm going to follow the same strategy as I used for the schematic symbols, where I'm going to have all the footprints in my own custom library that is bound to the components library, so that whenever I need to make any changes, I can do it quickly and without worrying that my changes will be lost if I upgrade KiCad or whatever else. I think this is going to return many errors for tracks. It can sometimes complain if a corner is too close. We'll see. Yeah, the 3D view looks much better when using the natural. Like, there is some option that you can click that says like use the natural view or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, it makes the PCB green instead of pink, so it's much nicer for taking pictures and showing it to someone. Let's see. Yep, a few errors here. Let's see what this means. Track near pad. I think it's this little piece there, which is just an artifact. This one, track near via. Let's move this via. That would be perfect. Track ends to class, that's probably same error. Courtyard overlap. A little overlap. This is for this bulky 12-volt connector. And this is probably okay. Doesn't really matter, but I think I should just move it a little bit, but not too much. Maybe I need to move the designators as well there on the other side. Move this one here. I think there is another one. Let's see. I think ray tracing is a different setting actually. There is a special setting for ray tracing. It's very slow compared to just viewing the board like this. Render option, ray tracing. Let's see what it looks like with ray tracing. It's gonna be ridiculously slow. This is what it looks like with ray tracing. It's rendering one little bit at a time. Looks quite nice, but not very much different from this normal view. I'm just gonna close this. It's gonna take too much time. Okay, I think this should have fixed everything now. I checked your GitHub repo. Just only very quickly. It's looking good. You have your project up and running. Have you? When are you receiving the PCBs, by the way? Was that the one that you ordered from? What was it called? JLC PCB? Oh, I just saw something here. Have to wait until the TRC is done. Got a little bit of a mess there, and I think there's some mess there, and a little bit of a mess there. Okay, marker count 0. Sounds good. It would be nice if KiCad had a way to check if the designators overlap, for example, like here. I haven't seen that function anywhere. There's probably more of such faults in other places. This would be fine. Let's see what it looks like. front mask, back mask. And silk screen, of course. I think for the most part it looks okay. There could be some places where the designators are underneath something. This is fine. Okay. So, what do we say? Is it time to generate the Gerbers? There is a bit of branding work to be done as well. I think I'm going to generate Gerbers now and just check, go through the process of putting up an order, and I'll add some more silk screen graphics before I do the final submission. But let's render this and see if we can get it onto PCB way. Front copper, inner layer, back, paste, silk screen, back mask, edge cuts, courtyards. We don't need courtyards. Drill marks. Let's see. Gerber. And in drill files, I think I'll use combined in a single file. Yeah. I wonder if PCBWay accepts the naming convention of KiCad. With Seed Studio, I had to do a little script before to rename the files. Alright, so let's do 10 number of unique parts. I'm gonna generate the bomb. Actually, let's see. Okay, good to know. Let's see if it accepts the KiCad naming conventions first. If it doesn't, then I'll do the Proto way. So I'm going to open up this file. Open the calc. I'm curious to see how many components have been bought up since I started doing this video series. I noticed halfway through that my MOSFETs that I chose were all bought up. There were like 2,000 of them, I think. Somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. And a little while later, they were all just bought up. So I had to switch out the MOSFETs to another model that uses the same package. Right. We have 96 parts. Let's delete all of this crap. Actually, yeah, doesn't matter because I'm going to be using their template. 96 unique parts, and I'm going to need the package names. I've been reading through their tutorial of how to submit the BOM file, and they have the footprint name in the BOM, but it's not named the same way. It's named like, for example, for capacitor it would be 0402. I'm curious if I could just leave it this way, or if I need to convert these names to the standard convention, just calling it 0402. So that's a question. But hopefully I don't have to deal with that. So this is just for an estimate, so they can give a, yeah, how many SMT parts? Maybe like 85. With a few connectors, a few different connectors. Let's see. So it's going to be turnkey assembly, single pieces, assembly on both sides. And let's get a quote for 10, number of unique parts, number of through-hole parts. How many can it be? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if they mean like total number of through-hole parts. Possibly that's what they mean. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So about 40. There's a few, yeah, there's a few capacitors there. So like, let's say 40. If they have a problem with that, then I guess they'll email me. Okay. And PCB specifications. There is one design. There is the length is 215, and the width is 130. Let's do this 10 as well. 4 layers. Okay. Is that what they mean? Normal, default, I assume 1.6, 6 mils. The whole size 0.2. We have some small bias on the tiny footprints. Could have been a bit cheaper to go with 0.3, but yeah, I have to choose 0.2 here. Silk screen white, board color black. Does it cost any extra? Let's see. So what if, because this is just like, let's do like this. Does that make a difference? Because they don't need to mount the through-hole parts. I can mount them myself. I need to update this. maybe it doesn't make much difference. Alright. Green, black, doesn't make difference. What is none? Gold fingers. Lead free. Yeah. Tenting bias. What will be the difference if I change this to 20? Doesn't make much difference in manufacturing costs. It's going to be just component costs. Let's go with 10 for now. Okay. And then I should add the files. So Gerber files would be just zipped up Gerbers. Nope. I was a bit too optimistic there. Let's see, it should be in my cart. And I'm going to use their bomb template. Let's see. Saved it as ODS. And let's see. So they need reference designators. They need there are some things that are not going to be mounted, but I'll start with just this. Let's see. I'm going to keep this on my other screen. I still like this actually. Okay. Not enough space. That's because, right, that's because I just need to select a certain area. The quantity is right here. I don't have any manufacturer. Don't have that data. But I do have the manufacturing part number. There. And this one seems to have, it must have a comma there somewhere, so the exporter actually exports this wrong. This feels a bit error prone. Let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. Seems to be aligned. I'm going to remove all the items here that are not supposed to be here. Let's see. I can actually also paste the name here. This gives an idea of what the item actually represents. I think I do have descriptions as well. The package, it's mandatory, so I wonder if this needs to have some certain format, or if they can just accept the default. Let's see how this works. Can I somehow view the price for all the items? Or is that something that I'll be doing manually? How can I get the components cost? Okay, subject to audit. I guess I'll just have to go over the BOM list and fill in any details. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do it right now. And then I'll just submit this order, and we'll see what comes out of it. Yeah, I thought the price for assembly was very high as well. I remember doing a quick test before without actually uploading any files, and I got a lower price. So I wonder if there was something off in the values that I entered before. But that's also for 10 boards, and it's the same price even if I order 20 boards. So it kind of goes down with the number of boards that are ordered. Yes, they will be available for sale. Let's see. I don't like SMD connectors because they fall off, especially for things like flat cables or even USB connectors. The ones that I chose the USB connector actually that has specifically this mount point right here. So it has two mount points for the shield, which keeps this connector in place. I've used ones that don't have this mount points, and they fall off. They're not good. So for things like connectors, either they are SMD with special holes for either soldered holes or just normal mount holes without any copper in them, just to keep the connector in place. So yeah, then it's fine to use SMD connector. Or for things that are not connected to cables, for example, board-to-board connectors, totally fine to use SMD. But I prefer to use connectors that are mounted, that are fixed on the board with something, not just SMD pads. Alright, that's it for now. I'll probably do a video also going over all of the videos that I've submitted, because there's a lot of videos now and I haven't been updating the titles of the videos, so I have to go over the videos as well, and we'll see where this goes. Hopefully I'm going to be happy when I get the boards and not disappointed, and if there is something that is totally off, then I'll have to fix it, and then I can be happy. We'll see. Fun stuff. Have a good day.